What's up, Guitar Bros Universities? We are your Guitar Bros. Talking about a motherfucking throwdown between Fender
Dustin,
and LTD.
Josh,
Fuck yeah!
throwdown.
Going hard in the paint. Every day. Every goddamn day.
Every day. Bourbon.
We're sipping on. Blatant Bow.
Oh, foe.
Shit. Okay. Yeah, dude. I gotta drop the hype. I won't be able to do that for fucking an hour. You clicked on this shit because we're gonna talk about the absurdity of LTD's 1000 series coming out with stainless steel fucking frets at the same time as Fender Ultra series coming out with stainless steel frets. The price difference being about a G.
Yes. And what that means for you and us. And get it.
So what does it mean for us? Are we buying any of these fucking guitars?
I don't know, man. I think it depends on your budget, your budget, and your flavor. You know.
Oh, my flavor is unwashed.
Unwashed, totally unwashed, salty, vinegary. But yeah, like this specifically caught my eye because they're kind of doing this thing at the same time. It's a big deal for Fender, like
it is.
Before, now stainless steel frets for Fender anyway have been more of a custom shop thing, and for LTD to do this is just absurd because I don't even think a lot of the actual like E2s, which are the standard ESP range, are doing stainless steel frets yet.
I don't think they are either.
So it's really, really ridiculous. Yeah, so let the shit show begin.
Yeah, I'm pulling up links right now for...
Yeah, go for it.
Different things. I just want to see the models they put them on.
Yeah.
Pricing. I'm trying to find pricing on...
Yeah. I want to say that the LTDs, it's like the entire 1000 series now. Which is just ridiculous. It's like all their models in that 1000 series, which are it's the highest tier of the LTD,
Indeed.
But still, for that price, which you're talking right around $1,000. I mean, my God, they were already doing great guitars before,
Yes.
Might not be your thing, might not be your style, but they're made by World Music for ESP, and they've been really, really well made for like over a decade now.
Yeah. So as of today, I don't know if these are the 2021s because they say they're in stock.
Okay. Well, right.
Yeah. So this is probably not 2021s, but assuming pop over to the web. A Strat Ultra for 2020 was $1,899.
Yep.
And an LTD
$999.
EC 1000 Deluxe or whatever is $1,000. So
right.
I'm assuming the prices are going to go up a little. Maybe for both companies, maybe not. Maybe these are the price points they're going to hit because these are both probably the 2020 models because they're both in stock currently, and that wouldn't be true. So this we're not going to look at the spec sheet when we talk about this because it's all going to be 2020 specs because this is But I mean, dude. Yeah. So this is my favorite deluxe from LTD. I've always fucking loved this binding color option. I think it's just so goddamn sexy. If this headstock wasn't so fucking god, I would own one of these. I think these are just so fucking cool.
They are.
I think we've even talked about in a past episode how it was this or a Gibson Les Paul Studio I was looking at, way early in my first real nice guitar day, and this one lost pretty much because of the headstock. And I don't know if it had the EMGs probably played a thing in it, losing for my specific tastes back then too. But I think they made them with passive at some point in time in their history. So
they've made them. So a lot of the Eclipses have come with EMGs. but a lot of them also have come with JBs and 59s.
Yeah, and that would have been
Yep.
in my sweet spot at that point in time.
Yep.
So
And
I mean,
I'm looking at the ESP website right now,
mm,
and it looks like on the front page under the 2021 guitars, you can see they've got a telly shape, they've got an eclipse shape, and they've got like a what they call their arrow shape, and they are all right in between 1049 and 1249.
I see that, and these are probably retail price.
Yeah.
Because we're on ESP's website, so these are actually going
Right.
to be more affordable to the buyer.
Yes.
Probably by about $300 a model.
Yep. 100%. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, dude, that
yeah,
looks
and
fucking
if you
stellar.
scroll up just a little bit, well, so those two tellies go like if you look at those two tellies, the TE1000 comes with an Evertune and stainless steel frets.
Dude,
The one,
and the retail price is
1249. Yeah,
We're clicking on this one.
dude.
What the actual fuck, dude?
I don't even know. Yeah, it's dumb. It's super dumb. It's neck through, Evertune, stainless steel frets. You want to go heavy, and you want to.
I want heavy.
You want heavy? Do you want heavy?
Metallica gives you heavy.
Yeah. I mean, like, if I were getting ready to go out with a band, I wanted a telly style guitar. I was into all this. I don't even see how you could pass this up with stainless steel frets. Honestly. The telly above it didn't come with the Evertune, but it actually had a roasted maple neck on it.
That looks sexy.
Yeah. I mean, with stainless steel frets, again, 1049.
Dude, I mean,
So with these
Swamp
Ash, you're getting that new style of finish where you can see the wood grain in there with that black. You're getting Seymour Duncan.
You're getting hip shot bridges.
Hip shot bridge.
Oh god, it's the Sentient and the Pegasus.
Yeah, you're getting those are modern chug pickups. They're passive, but they sound really good. I've had a guitar with those in it. Man, I mean, like devastating. Flawless victory. For ESP.
Fender got fucking wrecked on this. Like, let's be straight real. Like, I feel like Fender heard that LTD was doing this, and they're like, "Oh fuck, we can't do this on our player series or whatever it's called now." They're like,
No,
we'll put it on the Americans, the Ultras." Like,
I'm seeing if I can find. I just want to see if they got a press release for the Ultra. American Ultra.
it's just a dude smelling his own asshole, going, "I'm sorry."
So paranormal. So looks like they've got a bunch of guitars here in this No. So that's not it.
I want a haunted Fender guitar.
You want a haunted Fender guitar?
Dude.
I don't know if you can handle a haunted Fender guitar.
Oh god damn.
Yeah.
There's Squire Paranormal series.
That was
Fender.com.
Yeah. Ultra Lux. Let's see.
I'm an advanced. Oh, look at this. What is my skill level, Josh?
Jedi Master Supreme.
I'm an advanced player. No, you don't get my fucking email. Fuck off.
Get out of there. Yeah.
Oh, fuck! He doesn't even give me the fucking link.
Electric guitars. Is there a way to search by
series? Yes.
By series.
Should I look at the Ultras?
Ultra. Yeah. Like, are they even on there?
It's 11 of them.
And they're about $2,000. They're right at that. So, dude, yeah, just pick one of them. Whichever one.
I think I'm going telly since we were looking at tellies. I'm gonna look at this kind of surf green thing. I think this is a cool finish.
It is cool. That's a rad color. $2,300. Okay, so you're getting a telly
for
$2,300. And let's make sure. Let's go down and make sure this has the stainless steel on it, so that we can
bash them correctly.
You're getting the stainless steel. Yeah.
You do get noiseless. Telly.
You do get noiseless, so you get the upgraded noiseless pickups.
Compound radius.
Okay, so they're making
14. That's cool.
it's more modern. They got the shaved neck heel on there. You know,
you get a nice hard shell. You get the molded.
You do get a hard shell case.
So that, I mean,
you probably don't even get a gig bag with the LTD.
No, but like, dude, fuck, I don't. Does that make the price difference for you? Are we gonna count? Are we gonna say it's justified because of a compound neck?
I'm just gonna say this, okay? If it were me, and I was about to buy that guitar, even if I was just like taking it to band practice every week, okay? I could buy that LTD and go to a mom and pop music store that probably has a stack of used guitar cases for $50 to $80 a piece, and I'd still be spending a G less, plus a couple $100 probably.
I think I've ordered an acoustic case off of Amazon, and it wasn't shit. Like the quality was not. It wasn't like TKL, like really nice
right.
TSA locking latches or anything, but
right.
thrown in the car going to a buddy's house, like it was for my campfire guitar. I think it was $80, and it came in this like tooled leather thing that looked hipster as fuck and was super cool. Yep. I think it was $80. Like,
so with so with this, you know, we're looking at players here, right?
Yeah.
We're looking at different players, but I think the main point here is that you have ESP's sub-brand getting the same appointment that the ultra-level Fender stuff is just now getting.
This is like the top-of-the-line modern Fenders.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, you can spend more money and go vintagey or go custom shop. You're spending a lot more money, by the way, to go custom shop. You can't get into a custom shop for under 5 G's now. Like maybe 4. Maybe you could get one for 4 something. But like, let's round it to 5 for custom shop.
With taxes, because there really isn't a break on the custom shop stuff. You look at that custom shop Strat or custom shop Telly. If it says $4,800, you better bet you're gonna pay $4,800 for the guitar.
Yeah, you know what? When we were buying my custom shop Strat, my wife actually was the one who like did the deal. She called Sweetwater, and they did give her, I think, $600 off of it. They gave her some discount. I mean,
that's cool.
It was rad, but like that wouldn't have happened if we would have just clicked buy. Like she actually called and was like, "Hey, like, can you make this?"
You're like, my husband has kept you in business for like 6 years now, so could you throw us a bone here? Like,
You're welcome. You're welcome, Sweetwater.
So with all of that in mind, like,
I have a question.
What are your thoughts? Yeah, okay.
So I guess my thoughts are this question, because this is what I like literally thought when I looked at this. Yeah. I know who's buying LTD. Like, I know who those are for. I have always wondered who the fuck a modern Telly or modern Strat is for. I don't know what player goes to this. If you want a Telly, why are you buying this Telly and not one that looks like an actual Telly and has actual Telly appointments?
I don't know. Because both... Yeah.
In my brain, that I closed out that other page, but that's fine. In my brain, if you wanted a modern Telly, you're getting the same appointments plus some with hip shot shit if you buy that $1,000 Ash Telly from LTD, and that's going to be more modern, more tuned to what you're playing modern Telly shit with, whatever the fuck that is.
Right.
If you want to be, I guess, not Jim Root's signature, but you're doing the Jim Root thing.
Right.
Why are you buying the American Lux Strat? And why don't they call it the Deluxe? Fuck off.
Well, right.
Fuck off. If you're going to write the word Lux, you don't put the E. Fender, you don't put the E on the word Lux if you want it to be called Lux. Fucks.
Right.
Learn fucking English. There are conventions. We have conventions for this shit and you're breaking them. Assholes. No, fuck it, I'm going to LTD site.
Do it. Do it. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I'm of the same mind. Like, when I think of a Telly, I think of honestly, I think of a 52 Telly, right?
Well, yeah.
And yeah. I mean, yeah. Yep.
I just want to know, if you want a modern Telly, are you buying this? Or nope, you're not buying that. You're buying that. Like, dude, I'm buying hits. I'm buying that every day if I want to, like
a modern guitar, right? Yeah. I don't know, man.
It's got to be some sort of dad rock hell where you can't look cool holding this LTD, but you wish you could. So you're going to go buy the modern Fender because it's like, oh, it's surf green. I look my age or whatever the fuck that means. And but you really wish you just bought the ESP or the LTD. I don't know who else is buying these fucking guitars.
I mean, some towing rope and a tree would be a lot cheaper of a choice than buying that other telly, honestly. you can buy like 20 feet of towing rope for like $5, and I'm sure you got a tree, like, even if you're in an apartment, you've got a common area that's got a big maple or something. Just go get it over with, right? I mean, so yeah, I don't think it gets more unfiltered than that. Like,
dude,
kill yourself.
Go kill yourself. KYS, as the kids would say. Dude, I don't know. Sometimes I look at guitars and I go, who's buying this? Who's this for? And why? Yeah. Why is that person buying this? And I don't have an answer to why someone should buy a modern appointed Fender American and a shoe like something that is like a 51 vintage style telly. If you want a telly, go all modern or go vintage. But I feel like the in-between's a real like blue ball place to be. And
it's kind of
not like being blue ball.
No, these are not a few of Dustin's favorite things.
These are not a few of my favorite things.
Yeah, and I mean, and say I'm gonna play devil's advocate real quick, okay? So say Kevin. Say you do want the single coil sounds, right? But you want a modern guitar with all of the modern features, the roasted maple neck, the rosewood fretboard. It probably has locking tuners on it. Stainless steel frets again. Like, you could buy that guitar, you could take those pickups out of there, and you could get the pickup housings like you bought for that one guitar that basically they fit in a humbucker space, but they allowed you to put single coils in them. And you could have a tremendous guitar for virtually,
you're still a grand less.
They're still a grand less, and you could probably take those Seymour Duncan pickups and sell them on eBay and make your money back.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it just doesn't make any sense. And if you did that, you wouldn't have to go hang yourself.
But maybe you want to hang yourself.
But maybe you're into that.
Your Fender Lux with an E is who you are, and you need to rethink your life.
Rethink your life.
It's hard for me. It's so hard for me.
I'll tell you what, go back to the LTD site real quick. I just wanted to look at that. Go back one page and go to the Eclipse right above that. Look at that for a G.
The bursty one.
Yeah.
This guy
for a G. I mean, honestly, that probably has a JB and a 59 in it. I'm just spitballing here.
No, they're Fishman Fluences.
Fishman fucking Fluences. Okay, so it might be passive, it might be active.
They're the active ones. The Fluence ones are the ones that have the modern voice and the vintage voice when you pull in and out.
Well, there you go. Again, I mean, $1,000. Jesus, I don't even know.
Dude,
It's rough, man. It's rough. And I mean, I know the point of this was the Fender versus the,
I think we knew the winner from the get-go, though.
Well, I think more so it's just the absurdity, of them just rolling that out for $2,000 guitars and then LTD giving you all of this, and I mean all of this for $1,000. And we're not even. I want to say this too, like you especially. I have played several LTDs. I've even toured with LTDs. And I did it more just because, A, they already came equipped with everything I needed for the music I was playing.
Yeah.
And B, they held up really well.
They do.
But like, you're not an LTD fanboy by any means.
Definitely not a fanboy. My first nice guitar was an LTD. I guess I've been using that term a lot, but like my weak warrior guitar for about 5 or 6 years was an LTD Strat shaped. It was like a HM series. But so I'm definitely not a fanboy, but I have a lot of respect because that guitar is a killer guitar for what I paid for it, and it gave me so many years, and then it got stolen is why it's gone. You know, I don't know if I ever would have. That guitar probably would have gotten new pickups and stuff, and it probably might even still be here to this day because I loved that guitar. It was a stop tail piece, string through. It just felt right. That guitar felt right to me at a time when a lot of guitars felt obtuse. And I know what that means because I didn't have a lot of experience with guitars. I wasn't a guitar shop guy until I worked at a guitar shop. I honestly felt intimidated going into a guitar shop because I didn't play very well, and I felt like everyone knew that. I don't know why I felt like everyone knew that, but like I was not the kid that was going to the Guitar Center, plugging to an amp and playing his 3 Metallica opening riffs on
10.
Yeah, just to touch different guitars. I felt so out of place at a guitar shop, which is so ironic that I ended up working in one. But you know,
you ended up being a guitar shop bro. But I guess with all that in mind, like we're just calling this on value.
Yeah, and I guess the flip side is I am actually a mega Fender fanboy. Like,
you got a ton of I've
got a fuck ton of Fenders on. I've got a lot of Frankenstein guitars that I put actual Fender necks on sourced bodies and stuff. Like, I love Fenders in general. I love what they look like when you're on stage and you're holding one. I love their build qualities and everything. But dude, sometimes you just gotta call it like you see it. Like, they're getting their asses kicked. Like, dude, it's nutty. And
so, this is about as unbiased as you can get. Like, we've both been on both sides of this, and like it's just
And I would say too, like, the idea of, I guess what I'm really sinking into, and I haven't talked about this yet on the show, is when we're talking about taking vintage guitars and making them modern, but we're not doing super strat things with them. It's not going that far. We're just tweaking the heel joint and maybe like noiseless pickups, but really in like that old guitar, and then adding a belly carve. I'm very against that. I'm super into, if you want to take a vintage style guitar and play modern music with it, I'm right there with you. I think I do that in some of my creative music. I will take a Fender guitar that's like single coils and play it heavier, or play it punkier, or whatever. I think that's a rad sound, and I love that sound of death. I think that's like hipster 101. Take something old, do something new with it. That's fucking cool. But I don't understand this, like, take something that is new but not actually new, but looks old, so it looks old. It's just too in between for me, and it doesn't get me where I'm at. And I besides dad rockers, the guys that own you might own 1 or 2 guitars, and you own the pedals that are the cool pedals from when you got into playing guitar together, and you plugged it into whatever the cool amp from when you got in all of your guitar knowledge is based off the internet. I'm sure they feel awesome. I've played Ultras, so I know they feel awesome, and they're fine, but they don't inspire me. Like, part of the beauty of a vintage guitar is that it fights you. It is a hunk of wood that is a little unwieldy. It is a little uncomfortable because it's not modern, but that's where the beauty of wrestling with that guitar comes from, even when you're doing more modern things with it. That's why most of our favorite fucking guitars are from the fucking 50s. Or 60s. You know, there's a reason, like, guitars haven't actually moved forward in any type of, like, truly noticeable amount in shape, and the great sounds come from shit that's old. So looking at something old and doing something new with it is the cool thing. Buying something that's like not old but wants to be new but isn't new and cutting edge either, I don't find a place for it in the market. And if I was Fender and I wasn't in a guitar boom, that series would be the first one I'd fucking, exactly. It'd be gone in a fucking millisecond because they can't be the top earners. I don't believe, you know.
And I can say this, and you probably remember this too. A lot of those Oh, higher end. I want to say higher end, but like $1,500 to $2,000 strats that they would come out every couple of years with a new switching system, or they would carve the neck heel, or there was that thing where you could actually, they had a hole through the back plate on
Yes.
the neck,
Yep.
the neck plate, where you could adjust. You could actually like
Micro
shim the
tilt.
neck.
Micro tilt is what they call it.
Those guitars sat on the shelf for an eternity.
Because they're not cool.
They're not.
They're not cool and old.
No.
And the new features, anyone who's looking at a Strat, most people don't give a fuck
They
about
don't
them. They want a
don't care.
Strat. And if you want a super Strat, you're going to go buy an actual super Strat. You're going to go buy a Charvel or a Jackson, or like, you're going to go into the real thing, especially for that money, because we're not talking about, I guess this is like diametrically opposed to what we just said about the $450 Squires, that were like, dude, that's a super Strat.
Yep.
These, like, I guess that conversation is held around the monetary thing. When you're spending $2,300 and you want a super Strat, go buy a real goddamn super Strat. There's a million out there that will do that thing so hardcore, but these Lux with an E aren't it. Like
with an E, because that makes it cool.
It's
right?
so hit.
It's not
so
not
rad.
deluxe, it's Lux.
Lux. Spelled wrong.
With an E. Towing rope. Towing rope. Go to fucking Lowe's or wherever your local hardware store is.
It's real cheap.
It's real cheap. It's super cheap. It's so easy.
Yeah,
you know,
dude. Like,
yeah.
I don't even know. I feel like it's just like this is a slaughter. It's a shit wreck.
I honestly, I think what's going to happen next is, they're going to put stainless steel on Squires in the next year, and then nobody will ever buy any sort of American Fender besides a custom shop or one of the vintage series again. That's just probably what's going to happen.
I do actually think that is where we end up at. I think at some point in time there's that all the Squire branded things get the name Fender on them.
Yeah.
And everything that we would call American production Fender or
American Standard, American Deluxe, American
I think
blah,
all
blah,
that
blah.
goes, and you get production run Fender, and then you get custom shop Fender. And at the quality levels, some of this shit doesn't make sense. If you're buying the production run American Strats versus the production run Mexican Strats versus the production run Chinese and Indonesian Strats,
it's so the lines are so blurred.
It's not it. So like, if you want to have, I feel like there's a segment of people buying it just because it says American, and that's cool.
Right.
But go custom shop, and even the custom shop quality compared to a Squire, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be hand tooled and all that shit. But like, is it a better guitar? Of course. Is it value for money? No. It's the absolute opposite of that. You're buying a guitar that was supposed to be a quick production run made guitar with bolt-on necks and shit for $5,000. You're almost going against why fucking Leo built the shit in the first place.
He built them to be cheap and easy to mass produce. Because at the end of the day, maple is still relatively cheap. Alder is still relatively cheap.
Yep.
And so like, unless you're talking about custom shop appointments and stuff, like Relicking and that whole deal, is it worth? Is a Telly ever worth like $2,500, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000? Realistically, no.
Dude, very recently I wanted a Telly with some things that would have been custom shop-esque, and my route to do it was to build it myself. To source parts, so I got everything I wanted, and I'm probably in it for some, I don't know, I actually don't know, but it's probably $1,200 to $1,500. And it bangs with my custom shops and my custom shop. I don't know. I think the market, I mean, obviously there's a place for him currently. I don't know if there will be 5 years from now.
Well, we should have we'll have another discussion on which way the market's moving, because I think we both have had pretty I think we both have a pretty clear idea on that.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
it's gonna change up quite a bit over the next few years. So
yeah. Well, until then, it's time for our brand new sign off.
Yeah.
Which is fuck you forever.
To death.
Yeah. Till I die.
Till I die.
And if you know that reference, you're welcome.